Divination Podcast, Miguel Tello.
It's good to be back with a brand new year full of new music and hope for our industry. For example, recently we learned that 2021 was a great year for the physical format with the highest growth on LP and cassette. So if you want to know more, you should listen this episode as we are going to reveal more data about how we were consuming music last year, plus some announcements and incredible guests. This is the B Nation Podcast. I am Miguel Tello and we are presenting you episode 13. This one is called 2022 The Growth, and now Laura is here and she's bringing you the summary.
On episode 13, I don't know about you, but we are feeling 2022. We are back with an exciting brand new year and batteries fully recharged. Our record of the week is Sweatpants by J.R. Barnes.
We're just chilling in our sweatpants. I know that you like that. Cause we could just get high, you and I got nowhere to be.
Discover the signs of GIA Lily.
Hey, I'm GIA Lily and you're listening to the B Nation podcast.
Alex Angelo is talking to us more than 4-letter words.
Hi, I'm Alex Angelo and you're listening to the B Nation podcast.
In our new Music Friday segment, we are playing brand new music by Elle and Tyler James Bellinger. And as always, we are bringing you the best new music from around the world. Welcome to the B Nation podcast.
How are you guys? How are you doing? Welcome to another episode of the B Nation podcast, where we are bringing you the best new music from around the world. And if you think you have it, please send us an email to podcast@thebnation.com, podcast@thebnation.com, or you can check our website www.thebnation.com, or also our socials on Instagram under the username The B Nation and TikTok under the username The B Nation Podcast. Brand new year, brand new content, and for all the brand new music, this year we are pushing the alarm. In a few minutes, I'm going to tell you more details about it, but now it's time to push the alarm for the first time, because this song will be a hit, and it's absolutely incredible. They are three guys that they come from Tennessee, and they are called Nightly, and this song is called Lose My Number, and believe me guys, it's an absolutely masterpiece. Alright guys, we are pushing the alarm for this song. There we go.
You only ever call me when you're drunk. You only want me when I've had enough. You're only really good at faking love. You say one thing and you take it back. Your words hold weight like a paper bag, and I feel sick from your whiplash. So test your luck with someone else, see if they can handle you, and all the hell you put me through. I'm done with you, done with you. La 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 la, lose my number. I don't wanna hear from you one more time. I'm so done with your pretty white lies. Yeah, yeah. La 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 la, lose my number. You just wanna rip my heart in two. I don't wanna let you, I just wanna let you go it through. Too fast, wish I could've seen it coming. Left me in a mess, just like that. We were everything to nothing. Test your luck with someone else, see if they can handle you, and all the hell you put me through. I'm done with you, done with you. La 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 la, lose my number. I don't wanna hear from you one more time. I'm so done with your pretty white lies. Yeah, yeah. La 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 la, lose my number. You just wanna rip my heart in two. I don't wanna let you, I just
We
you
wanted to
going
start this
through.
episode of the B Nation podcast looking at the future in 2022 with brand new music like the one from Nightly and Lose My Number. We are playing this track for the first time, and for that reason, we are pushing the alarm. It will be a hit, but what do you think? Please send us an email to podcast@thebnation.com, and we are gonna start next week by reading the first messages about this track. Lose My Number, Nightly, what do you think of the track? Send us an email to podcast@thebnation.com, podcast@thebnation.com. Coming up on the B Nation podcast, Gia Lily is on the show presenting her debut single, Signs, brand new tunes from Elle and Nabel we are gonna play here on the show, and all the data that you need to know about the growth in music consumption in 2021. But now, it's time to present for the first time our brand new record of the week, because we just emerged our record of the week and our song of the week, and now we are offering our record of the week with a lot of benefits that we are gonna tell you in a few weeks time here on the B Nation podcast. And now it's time to present our first record of the week here on the B Nation podcast. And this girl is gonna be on the show next Friday, and we are so excited to speak to Jaira Barnes. And this song is called Sweatpants, and it's our record of the week.
We're just chilling in our sweatpants. I know that you like that. Cause we could just get high, you and I. Got nowhere to be. Waking up afternoon, yeah, that's perfect timing. Cold drinks, silk sheets, and that's how we like it. When it's me and you, no one else invited. Grab the weed and a blunt, roll it up and light it. No brow parties at different houses, but I think we'll just stay home. Sipping tank tan, we could stay in bed, cause we both like being alone. We're just chilling in our sweatpants. I know that you like that. Cause we could just get high, you and I. Got nowhere to be. We're just chilling in our sweatpants. I like it when we hold hands. Cause we can make it vibe anytime. When it's you and me. When it's you and me. Yeah, you got all of my attention. And you keep me on a wave. And we ain't never had tension. Now all I gotta say is no brow parties at different houses, but I think we'll just stay home. Sipping tank tan, we could stay in bed, cause we both like being alone. We're just chilling in our sweatpants. I know that you like that. Cause we could just get high, you and I. Got nowhere to be. We're just chilling in our sweatpants. I like it when we hold hands. Cause we can make it vibe anytime. When it's you and me. When it's you and me. Cause we could just get high, you and I. Got nowhere to be. When it's you and me.
Our next guest already achieved a few things in her career. She's in London, and she's coming to the B Nation podcast to talk about her debut single that is called Signs. We have to give a huge welcome to Gia Lily. Gia, how are you?
Hi, I'm so well. How are you doing?
Welcome to the B Nation podcast. It's an absolutely pleasure to have you on the show and be the first guest of 2022.
I know, thank you. I'm so honored. Thank you.
Yeah, I just want to say to everyone who is listening right now that if anyone is wondering why Gia is in London and I'm in London and we are not together, it's just because of the current guidelines of the country. Basically, simple as that. Simple as that.
Said Miss Corona, she's the boss.
Miss Corona is the boss, and Miss Corona is, if we said that we have to be apart, we have to be apart. Gia, I just want to say that it's impressive, everything that you managed to already done so far in your career, because you're 22 and
yes,
apart from the release last year of your debut single Signs, you also managed to have a role as well in the movie Cognition with incredible people like Jeremy Irvine and Andrew Scott. And actually as well, you are going to be having a starring role on an upcoming film from Life. Then you have already an incredible audience on TikTok, right? How do you feel about it? Because like, I guess that like, it must mean the world to you, right?
It really does, hey. Like, I didn't expect this early on in my career to have such a following behind me. So I'm just so grateful for everyone who's clicked follow in the past year and shown me support before it's even really started, you know? I feel like I've got so many exciting things ahead of me, and I'm so glad for everyone who's, you know, followed and is supporting the journey. Yeah.
That is incredible. And honestly, like, I follow your TikTok, and honestly, it's very entertaining, let me tell you.
Oh God. Let's not.
Let's talk about science. Let me tell you like my impression, by the way. Let me tell you that for me, like, it feels like a little bit like surreal to think that this is your debut single, because on a good positive way, I feel like it's the track of someone that has been releasing music like on a long time, on a permanent basis, or like on an actual like established artist, you know? Because
so much.
The track is classy, the track is beautiful, but I just want to ask you about this track, because I want to know if always it has been a sign to be your first single. Like, you know, like for example, there is like too many artists that they record like a few tracks, you know, and they are in the studio, they record a few tracks, and then they are like, okay, this is my first single, right?
Yeah.
Was it like that, or was it like something like about, you know, like let's record the track together?
That's hilarious. I haven't been asked that before. That's so funny. Yeah, it was definitely a sign for Science to be my first single. I think it was more that when we wrote it, I wrote it back in May of 2021, and it was only until like the September when my manager was like, okay, I think Signs is the one we'll put out first. And I was so happy, because that was like exactly the one that I wanted to put out first as well. Mm-hmm. So I guess we both got that feeling, and like I've been sort of creating so many, you know, tunes for like over a year with various producers, but none of them, like, they were all great. I loved them in their own individual way, but none of them were like, okay, that is what I want to put out first. Whereas Signs, I just got that feeling. I was like, that is it. That's what I want to do first.
Yeah. And what's the message that you want to like spread with the song? Like, what exactly like it's what we can find on Science, on the lyrics of the track?
So the lyrics, originally I wrote it as a piano ballad. It was so sad when I wrote it. It was really quite a sad song, with loads of minor chords. It was very melancholy, and I took it to studio and I was like, you know what, I'm not going to be sad about this situation. I'm going to make it and turn it into a form of like something that I can use as a form of empowerment. Mm-hmm. And making it happy. And I think that's what my music, I really want to make sure that my listeners know that that's what I'm constantly trying to achieve, is that I am turning something that once really hurt me into something of like beauty and a form of empowerment where you feel good after listening to it. So it reminds you that like, even in a sad situation, you can still have a good outcome. Like, just come and bop with me, you know? That's
an incredible message, by the way, because at the end of the day, like it's from empowerment is what we need these days, right?
100%. We all need a bit more of it. So let's start with 2022.
A typical question. Do you believe in science?
Of course. Oh my days. Of course I do. I'm such a huge believer in signs and manifestation, and a little bit of a spiritual queen over here. I love all of that.
I believe in karma. I believe that everything happens for a reason. So, I mean, if I'm telling you that everything happens for a reason, you might don't know the reason at the beginning, but believe me, trust me, you will find out.
1,000,000%. And even if it feels like the most painful thing at the time, like when I wrote Signs, it was all about something that really hurt me. And then suddenly it was like, I feel so good now that I've written it. And it's like, okay, that happened for a reason. Then I got my debut single out of a bad situation. Like, thank you for hurting me.
It was like a therapy for you to have the single out, right?
Oh, totally. Music is my therapy.
Let me ask you a few questions about what do you think about what is the best for you? It's like it's a test that we do here normally on the B Nation podcast. What is the best for you? To have the right song out, like on streaming services, like available, or to have a catalog of an amount of songs out during a short period of time. Let's say like that. A short period of time, we can consider, for example, let's say, I don't know, like 2 songs or 3 songs in 3 months.
Wow. Okay. Ideally, I'd want to have 2-3 songs out in a few months that are all great, but personally for me, I'd go with quality over quantity, because I'm sort of one to not rush things, and I've done that before and it's sort of failed. That was my failure era. Whereas now I think it's all about taking time, but also staying consistent. I think social media is a massive part of growth with, you know, trying to reach new followers and listeners who can be part of the community. And I think if you're, you know, releasing quality songs that you are so proud of, rather than just a million just because you want to get it out there, that's just the wrong way of doing it. You know, time is key. and patience is key.
In terms of like, what is your goals in life? You know what I mean? What is your goals in life? What is it like what you're trying to achieve in your career? I feel like, as you say, I mean, for me, like, I'm totally agree with you in terms of quality, because that is like when you enjoy the song, and then, for example, like in 10 years time, and then you hear back that song and say, wow, that song that gives me the same feelings that the same time that when I write it, you know?
Yes, exactly. And the feelings are brought back to the surface again, but in a way that you've moved on from it, but it's still there, like the passion is still there.
About songwriting, let me tell you, like, what normally when you write music, what it comes first for you? The title, the melody, or the lyric?
Honestly, Miguel, it depends. It totally depends. Like, for me, Signs, the lyrics came first, along with the melody. Like, it was very much like I just started singing the pre-chorus when I literally wrote the song in my dream. Like, I was asleep and the pre-chorus was going through my head with the lyrics written already. Mm-hmm. And then I woke up and I was like, God, I need to record that because I'm going to forget that in the morning. And I've got the voice note on my phone of me recording it at like 12 a.m. It was so embarrassing, but it's there, of me recording it. So that for Signs in particular, it was the melody and the lyrics first. But for other songs, I'll think of like a cool chorus lyric and I'll put that into a melody. So it really depends on what you're feeling and how easy, you know, your brain is working that day.
Yeah, and of course. And also as well, we had previous conversations here with different artists that they say that like they managed to do like a list of with cool titles, you know, and then they were like writing the lyrics.
Yeah, totally. I mean, it varies for every artist, but I think I can speak on behalf of artists when I say that it just depends on the day. It really does depend on the day.
And the inspiration, right?
Yeah, totally. The inspiration.
Did you have that moment, for example, that at 4 or 5 a.m. in the morning, let's say like that, you are on bed, got the inspiration, you just got an idea, and then you couldn't just like go back to sleep until you don't put that idea in some sort of like, I don't know, like paper or whatever it is?
Yes, oh my God, literally 5 times a week. Like, honestly, and it's the sort of thing that if you don't write it down or record it into your voice memos, you always think you're going to remember it. No matter how hard you think you're going to remember it, you never do. Like, when you wake up and you're like, oh my gosh, what did I sing? What was it? You know, you never remember. So my advice is literally just to record everything. No matter how tired you are, you're going to thank yourself in the morning, because that's what happened with Signs. And it turned out to be my debut single. So
your future plans, because we just started 2022, and I guess that you must be excited for everything that was coming up. What can you tell us about the next single, about the second song, and what is coming next?
Yeah, no, I'm so excited. My follow-up single, obviously there's a little bit of pressure, because it's, you know, I sort of released my first single in October, and I've taken about, you know, it'll be four months to my next one, which is like a month away now, maybe. I'm hoping to release end of January, beginning of February, but I'm not sure yet. I haven't got a date. But this next single, it's all recorded. It is my favourite yet. I really am excited to see the reaction, because it's going down a genre that I've always wanted to go down. I'm very excited, I'm very excited.
We cannot wait to hear the new song. And let Miss Corona say something, you know? I mean...
have to ask the boss.
I saw the lyric video for Signs, and it's beautiful, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. Yeah, that was special. That's really overwhelming, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, all the collaborations, all the people that they participate in that video, I just want to say that being a really good job.
Yeah, thank you. It was really special. It made me tear up. Like, every time I watch it, I tear up. I find it so special.
Signs, an incredible song that we're gonna hear right now. And I just want to say, Gia, Lily, thank you so much for being on the B Nation podcast.
Thank you so much for having me. What's up? I'm Gia Lily, and this is my debut single, Signs, on the B Nation podcast.
You took her to that golf course too. Did you repeat what we got up to? She's the one you'll regret, I'm the one, don't forget. Yeah, she's just been in places that I left. Walking down the streets we once danced round. Shadows of the past, you can't calm down. So pretend you still ignore me while you're looking at my stories. Just remember in the moment that you saw me. Running through airports together, buying your favorite sweater. It's green, kinda grey and yellow, that I see you gave to her. And did you buy her tulips too? Was I just not enough for you? So sorry, guess you didn't feel it too. I'm sending you signs.
always go and get her name tattooed. Another dumb thing you can't undo. It's the one you regret, I'm the one you upset. Yeah, you're just filling spaces that I left. Driving through the city, the lost and found. We were living on a cloud, you can't come down. Acting like you don't adore me while she's taking all the glory. Do you see me when you kiss her in the morning? Running through airports together, buying your favorite sweater. It's green, kinda grey and yellow that I see you gave to her. And did you buy her tulips too? Was I just not enough for you? So sorry, guess you didn't feel it too. I'm saying sighs, sighs. Shame you crossed the line, line. I'm saying sighs, sighs. Shame you crossed the line, line. I know that you're watching from a distance and can't see how much I miss you. Isn't it so damn fucking obvious? I'm collecting my scars and breaking my heart. Happier without me, but maybe that's just because I'm lonely. Read between the lines and tell me, can you see the signs, signs? Shame you crossed the line.
So that was our first guest of 2022 here on the B Nation podcast, Gia Lily. She is in London. I am in London. We haven't met yet, but we are gonna do it very soon. Of course, you know, when she's gonna present her second single that she told us that it's gonna be very, very soon. This is the B Nation podcast. I am Miguel Tello, and you are hearing episode 13. This one is called 2022, The Growth, because we are gonna analyze music consumption in the UK in a few minutes here on this episode. But for now, it's time to listen to the brand new single from one of our friends. Well, she has been a friend for a while now. She is Elle, that she is back with a brand new single that is called Dark Side. It's a tune, and you have to hear it for the first time here on the B Nation podcast. There we go.
You don't mind it when I hate on the way you dress, when I move
Elle and the brand new single that is called Dark Side is the brand new single from Elle after that song that she released that it was called Needle Drip back in May. And now she's presenting Dark Side, Elle. Coming up on the B Nation podcast, we have brand new music from Nabol and Tyler James Bellinger. And surprise, surprise, surprise! Brand new Daniel Jure here on the B Nation podcast on this episode. It's gonna be right at the end. Alex Angelo is on the show presenting his brand new single that is called 4 Letter Words. He's gonna be with us in a second. But for now, it's time to tell you how we did it in 2021 in terms of music consumption, alright? Especially here in the UK. Let me tell you, last year we consumed 159 millions of albums just in the UK or the equivalent. I'm talking, of course, about albums that they were purchased or albums that they were streaming. 159 millions, that is a lot. Also, the UK experimented a 2.5% on rise of music consumption, especially on the physical format, which is amazing. For example, the LP, just in the UK, we sold 5 million units on 2021, and the cassette experimented the highest growth ever with 200,000 units. Amazing. That is such a great news, and I really hope that in the future, everyone could release physical format. The most impacting news about music consumption in 2021 is that only in the UK, more than 2,000 artists, they managed to pass the 10 million marks on streaming services about a single release. And 180 of these artists, they managed to pass the 100 million marks on streaming services for just one single release. That is incredible. That is really, really, really good data. All this data has been given by BPI, the trade body here in the UK, that they work with, major labels and independent labels as well. So thank you so much to BPI for allowing us to obviously to speak about it here on this episode of the B Nation podcast. And now it's time to listen to the brand new single from Nabol. And let me tell you, she's gonna be on the show next week. Yes, so it's the second artist that we announced already. Remember that Jada Barnes, that she is the record of the week this week with Sweatpants. She's going to be on the show next week, celebrating something very important for her. And also Nabol with the brand new single that we're going to hear right now for the first time, that is called Chips and Dip. She's going to be on the show talking about this song on next week's episode, and we're going to have so much more, of course. Coming up on the B Nation podcast, Alex Angelo is on the show talking about his brand new single that is called 4 Letter Words. But for now, it's time for Nabol and Chips and Dip.
Watching me, rocking eyes from the balcony. But you're bad, but honestly, I'm not sure if you can handle me.
Lips, just begging to be kissed. A juicy little fix. I'll show you how to do this. You can take your chip and put it in my dip. I'll check you off my list so you can't read my lips, cause they're begging to be
dippy, sticky, drippy, drippy. Hit me with that licky, hickey. No need to be tricky, Mickey. Time is ticky, ticky, lippy, sticky, drippy, drippy. Hit me with that licky, hickey. No need to be tricky, Mickey. Time is ticky, ticky.
Come here, baby, give me a kiss. Then when you finish, go ahead, ice out both my wrists. Then when I'm done with you, I check you off my list. Pretty little cat, so now he calling me kid. Diamonds wet, call it fish. I'm a genie, baby, come and make a wish. Give me a kiss.
Sticky, sticky, drippy, drippy. Hit me with that licky, hickey. No need to be tricky, Mickey. Time is ticky, ticky, lippy, sticky, drippy, drippy. Hit me with that licky, hickey. No need to be tricky, Mickey. Time is ticky,
It's always a pleasure to talk to our next guest because he is back with a brand new tune that is called Four Letter Words, and it's an honor to speak to Alex Angelo. Alex, how are you, mate?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Happy New Year, man.
Happy New Year, my guy. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, like how's you been? Did you have to have like time off?
Yeah, I had a little bit of like a holiday. There was a period of time where I got to like spend with some family. Enjoyed some Christmas celebrations, and then yeah, like you said, the New Year. It was very, very simple for me though. I just went out and got a reservation with a friend of mine, and we went and enjoyed some drinks, got some great food, and kind of just got started with the year. Out of nowhere, it's just like we're back. And
you know what? Like I'm actually like a very big fan of your TikTok, man, because I had a laugh with your TikTok. I was like watching like the other day the one that like that you uploaded that it was like S5 or PS5. You know what? Which one? And then you were like playing with the PS5, and you were like, don't dare the question,
Yeah, man. No, you're funny, man. Thank you. I have fun with the TikTok, man. It's tough. I do a lot of like, it's tough to say serious work because like it's making songs. Don't get me wrong, but I do take it seriously and I care about it, and I'm appreciative that you appreciate it. And yeah, I'm very serious about work. I'm very serious about things, but it's been fun to kind of find a social media platform like TikTok and let my hair down and just kind of have some fun with it. And there's really never been one of those social media platforms for me in the past. Vine maybe was a close second, and I enjoyed it for a little bit of time, but it's a little bit of time, it's 6 seconds. And on top of that, it died out. So TikTok has been the best revelation in my career in the last 4 years. And to be able to kind of, really use it for what it needs to be used for when it comes to like promo, showing people new songs, showing my talent, doing what I need to do. It's also fun to just create a personality and showcase people like what I think, what I like, the things that I want to say, my opinions. And, obviously I can kind of do that with the radio show a little bit here and there, but I don't know. TikTok has really given me the reins to do what I need to do with my career and create a personality that hopefully people enjoy. If I can have fun on TikTok and showcase people like what I am, who I am, and kind of imprint myself on a platform, then that's worth it. And, hopefully if people don't even like my songs or they don't even like my art, maybe they'll like me and they'll think of me as a personality or a Jimmy Fallon type character, somebody that's like fun to be around and do interviews with and stuff. So you never know, man. Just creating like a profile. Thank you.
Great. You have your radio show now in Nashville every Friday, right? I believe for the Friday night, right?
Mm-hmm.
How's it going?
It's going good, man. It's on like 16 or 17 stations throughout the country. And then yeah, it's on in Nashville. I just did like a little Nashville New Year's Eve special. So I was on the air for New Year's, which was fun. I heard that. And then, yeah, man, like it's fun. It's like I said, it's creating a profile for myself. I'd love to be a personality and a tastemaker and an influencer in the sense that not like an influencer where, maybe they don't do anything and then a label comes in and tries to tell them, hey, you need to be a singer, hey, you need to be a dancer. No, like I want to be an influencer because I do my things and because I have an opinion and because it is strong, and that is the influence that I want to make, put my like 2 cents out there. And so It's been cool to do that on a radio show with music and curate 4 hours of music and do it in interesting ways, kind of like with the TikTok stuff. And yeah, man, it's another opportunity. Like I said, this year is another opportunity, and I'm just trying to take advantage of all of this.
Exactly. Four Letter Words is your brand new single that we're gonna hear in a second. Here on the show, we are discussing today on this episode basically the growth that in the UK we have in LP and cassette. Now, look, like last year, more than 5 million copies they were purchased on LP and 200,000 units in cassette. Can you believe that?
I totally believe that. Absolutely. I totally believe it. And I'm not surprised by it because I think if we're just going to get into this, I think personally that tactile things that people can hold as relics and as physical pieces of art are very, very valuable. I don't think that that's gone. Like it does 2 things. It makes things that were otherwise not valued very valuable, which is just like pictures or PDFs or things like that, JPEGs that we can now purchase and it be our sole ownership. But it also makes physical things that much more worth it to have. And so I know that, you know, I have a lot of nostalgia with certain things. You know, cassettes weren't my upbringing. That was my parents. So like my dad has a Walkman. My dad has Michael Jackson, Off the Wall on cassette. He has you know, Thriller on cassette. I don't. That wasn't my era, so I can't say that I appreciate it. I like the look of it. I like the sound of it. It's very warm. But that being said, it's not my era. What my era was, it was CDs. But that being said, it also was vinyl because I'm a DJ. So I appreciate vinyl. I love vinyl. I will always love the smell of a vinyl store. I will always love that, you know, that feel to it, because it's really like, it's like a bookstore, man. It's like a library, you know, it's like an archive of music and thoughts and memories. And it is like time traveling, man. Like people have those songs, they have those tactile things and those artifacts in their life, and they associate so many things with music that if you go in and you listen, you almost can hear the crackles and the little imprints of people's lives on the music. So that to me is what people buy into when they buy tactile music, and I don't want to lose that. There's magic there, and I don't think we will lose it, as you've seen. And you know, streaming
in the UK, only more than 2,000 artists, they passed the 10 million marks on streaming on a single release.
Wow,
that is cool. Because like it's not only like the established artists, you know what I mean? That means that like people consume as well independent artists, independent music, obviously, you know?
I think streaming is a gift in its own right. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it sucks because it dilutes the amount of money that artists make just by doing streaming. But that being said, the accessibility and the ease of use when it comes to streaming is immensely popular and not worth it, because I think artists deserve to be paid more. But it is a benefit. It is very, very beneficial to be able to pull up anybody's song at any time, anywhere in the world. And that's a superpower. I mean, that is legit, like ridiculous. We have the biggest encyclopedia of music on our phones ever. And so everybody's catalog is on our phones. It's ridiculous. So what I will say is that, you know, when I was a kid growing up, I'd obviously have to download music onto an iPod, and my dad would do it for me. And so I had this immense music, this deep music library of the Beatles, Eminem, you know, Prince, 80s, 90s, 70s. Like, dude, it would be every day I'd be on the bus just exploring this iPod, seeing what's on it, seeing the magic that he put into this, and that all these different artists put into this. So the thing is like, that was interesting, but that had a lot of music on it, and it still had a ceiling. And now we don't even have a ceiling, man. Like legit, I can pull up anything at any time, anywhere in the world. And the other cool thing is like TikTok with the streaming platforms is, dude, I mean, I literally was just sitting at breakfast. I went and got breakfast with a friend of mine. Like, dude, I see this video on TikTok. I'm like, dude, I like that song. Because people throw, you know, like little movie clips over songs and stuff.
Yeah.
So I saw one of Megan Fox saying some lines from a movie. And it was like the intro to a song, and then it went into this EDM song, and I was like, damn, this is sick. So I pull up the EDM song, I look in the comments, they put the title of it, I did it and saved it to my library, and it's like, that is sick. The fact that we can do that is unbelievable. That is like another superpower in itself. So it's so influential, and you can just change your taste in music so easily with different third-party platforms, and then go and get the actual, you know, file and play it on your phone. It's like really ridiculous, man. So I have an appreciation for both aspects of things, because I see the beauty in curation. And, you know, if I go to somebody's house and I see a big record collection, it's like, obviously they cared about that enough to put that on display and put the artwork on display and put the music on display and do that type of thing. If they have like a Technics 1200 and they throw that on there, and they get the needle right and they get everything right, they light the candle, they do the sage, or they put incense on, or do something, you know, and get it just right, and they play it for, you know, people to come over and enjoy. That is a talent in itself. That is atmosphere. That is the aesthetic, musically and sonically and visually. But that being said, I also have an appreciation for some dude pulling up to a party and plugging in his iPhone and playing the hottest song in the world. I think that's amazing.
Exactly. Yeah, I think, like as you say, like both things, they have like the beauty. I mean, I really hope that like this data, it helps like to any independent artist obviously to have an opportunity, and labels, for example, as well, that they could invest more in talent development.
I agree.
Which I think like what they should do, you know?
I think that we've gone into this era of music where labels don't really, some could argue, they don't matter. Some could argue that they do matter. It's really tough for me because I've always been kind of somewhat in the middle of it. I see the importance of labels because I think, I don't want to get too deep into it, but my opinion is that, when Taylor Swift drops or when a major AAA artist drops, it is legitimately like World War III. I mean, it is like, dude, we only hear about that artist. We only hear that artist because there's floors dedicated to that artist to promote and play and do what you need to do and get it on radio and do it on this. And dude, it is huge. Taylor Swift has a floor. Nobody else can do anything when Taylor Swift releases music. It's you're not allowed to breathe in the same conversation as Taylor Swift when she drops a song, and rightfully so. I mean, she's the biggest pop star in the world and she deserves the moment. And if she decides to come out and put some art out in the world, yeah, people would sign up and they want to hear that. And I'm totally here for it. All I'm saying is that is definitely a machine going on with that label. It is not just Taylor Swift. It is a lot of things working and a lot of moving parts. And there's also a lot of moving parts on Taylor's end as far as curating, like I said, curating the people that she wants to write with and the songs that she wants to make and the sounds that she wants to make. And it's tough, man. It's wild. So labels I do think are important still, but they're really only important for the top 0.01% of artists that are the Brunos, the Justins, the Taylors, the Eds. Those are the people who need labels. Everybody else like me, or people kind of in the mid tier, they don't necessarily need it. And it's been interesting to see people kind of creep their way up and do it with nothing. And that is a new revelation that we'll see what happens. I don't know. I think that these labels are really big banks, and I think that they will end up being the monopoly of the situation still. So we'll see what happens. And honestly, the other analogy of it that still hits for me the most maybe is and I'm not trying to demonize labels by any means, but it really does feel like Star Wars, and that the labels are like the Republic. They're they're like Darth Vader. They're like Darth Vader. They're they're that. And then we're over here as independent artists, like Jedis, man. We're we're like the dying breed, and some people cross over both ways, and it happens. And there's hybrids, you got every once in a while you have a Russ, or you have a situation where it ends up working out right and this and that. But yeah, man, that is big for me. And I probably will go to the dark side at one point, but it's gonna be when it's on my terms, and it's gonna be when I have the leverage and I can do so financially, and it will make sense for me. But yeah, man, I don't know. I'm just very much inspired by those big artists, and I don't think that there's anything to fret at when you look at a Taylor Swift or you look at a Weeknd or whatever. I think that you should be, even as an independent artist, you should be shadow boxing with your idols, and that's what I do every time I get into the studio. I'm trying to beat Justin. I'm trying to beat those people. Yeah, exactly. You can't try and spar with the people around you. You have to spar with people in bigger Goliaths so that you can somewhat, if you shoot for perfection, you'll land on greatness. And I think that if you're shooting for Justin or you're shooting for the Weeknd or those people, you're going to land on greatness. So that's what I...
4-letter words, man. I think
yes.
First of all, have you realized that the most important words in life, they are 4-letter words?
I mean, it's tough, man, because this was a very, very... This record in general was very, very kind of just happened so quickly. Yeah. And then it was doing science on the back end. So the initial idea, those chords that you hear in the beginning of me doing the da-na, 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 that was me. I played that first and then reversed it. So that's why it kind of sounds like that, all kind of hazy and stuff. And I pitched it down. I did some chorus stuff on it. So we started doing that. Then I started messing with the drums, and the drums are so important in this record. It's the most important thing. So I started messing with the drums, and those kind of have that Timbaland type thing. That's what I was going for directly. I hope he gets pissed off and either loves it or hates it, because it's very much him. And so that's my direct reference, Timbaland. If you hear this, that's the proof in the pudding. There's my citing of my sources, because that is it. But yeah, I started doing that, and then we just kind of started just floating ideas and floating concepts as well as melodies and stuff, and it somehow entered the room. I don't think it was through me. I think it was through somebody else. I wrote the record with two other guys, a mentor of mine named DQ, and then John Dominique, and we wrote it in there, and we just kind of were floating. I'm a very melodic guy. That's where I usually sit writing wise. I usually try and find what we're going to be singing. It's tough. I love producing. I think producing is amazing, but the listener doesn't sing a snare, they sing a melody. So I like to come up with the melodies most of the time, and lyrics here and there. Like I do like coming up with some crafty little lyrics, and I like trying to come up with cool punchlines. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it was DQ who came up with 4-letter words, and then one of us refined it in that it was like messing with these 4-letter words, and then we're like flirting with these 4-letter words, and we're like, ooh, we like the flirting with the 4-letter. I'm big on melody, but I'm also big on like the sound of words. Like I love the sound of it. So the alliteration of the flirting with these 4-letter, like the F's are that gets me so pumped as a songwriter and a musician. And so that was yeah, man. But yeah, it's weird. No. It's weird that like, I don't know if you cuss on here, but it's weird that the F word and love have the same amount of letters, and that they are so close to each other in certain situations. And that's kind of what this whole premise of this song is. And yeah, it's interesting. And I also love the title 4-letter words because it's like kind of intriguing. I've had people who haven't listened to the song yet be like, yo, what's 4-letter words? Like, what does that mean? What are the 4-letter words? And then they listen to it and they're like, oh, I get it. Okay. And that is like really cool to me because it presents the listener with a question and then an answer. And then when the answer comes, it's that much more satisfying. And yeah, obviously there's little musical moments like the ending. Like I think that a song should stand in many different arenas and sound really good and a lot of different things. But if you play the ending on piano, which I have, and I do play it on piano when I made it, it is really pretty. And I think that it would sound really great with an orchestra. So hopefully one day if I do enough, stuff and get enough recognition, I can afford to bring in like an orchestra and do it at Abbey Road and like have people play the score to 4-letter words. Yeah. It would be very, very, very inspirational to me. And I love like cinematic music and scores and all that. So this would be one of those things. But yeah, man, it's weird. This song was really fun and it happened so quickly. And then it was something that we kind of fell in love with.
You know what is great about this song, Alex? And I think like this is an opinion that I'm going to give you from the heart. Like that we don't hear records like this anymore, Thank you, I think like I, from my personal opinion, never lose that essence because that is what it makes you unique at the end of the day,
Thank you, dude. No. I mean that means a lot, man. Thank you. Cause like it's tough out here, man, because I think a lot of people want to compare me to different people and they're quick to, throw the Bieber thing or quick to throw the Charlie Puth thing or whatever. And like, yeah, there's things I share with those artists, don't get me wrong. And I've met both of them and they were cool to me. So I have no beef or any issues with them, but I'm just my own individual, man. And I appreciate you saying that about this song. And it means a lot.
It's true, Alex, because like, honestly, like what I like about you and what I like about the music that you do is it's like that music, that sound, like you don't hear that anymore in music, for example, like throwbacks to Divine Intentions and Blue Skies, your previous track, and now this 4-letter words. I think like it's music that like, like for a reason or another, you don't hear that on radio anymore. You don't hear like that. And it always has been there, by the way. It always has been there. It's a sound that always
You're absolutely right.
It always has been there. And you don't hear that. And for people like us that we have nostalgia about that, because we dance it with tracks that you mentioned, like Justin Timberlake, Timbaland, and everything like that. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's fantastic. So I just want to say thank you for doing that, man.
Dude, thank you, man. I just love, to be honest with you, I love writing big choruses. That's like that's the heart of it all. I love big choruses. I love big hooks. And I love like, flashy production that doesn't sound like it was made in a bedroom. I like it sounding like expensive. Like I always joke, and this is not true, but like I watched a lot of F1. Like I love the precision that comes with F1, whether it be the cars or the drivers or things like that. Mm-hmm. And I always want to make records that sonically resemble like a Ferrari, like because it's just that roar, like that like I love the precision of that. And so I'll joke around, I'll be like, I need to make that sound like a Ferrari, because like it is like a thing, like it's like a daunting noise, like you hear that and you're like, damn, like that is expensive, but it's raunchy and it's sick. And so for me, I want my songs to sound like that and be like slick like that, like classy records. And so, yeah, it's always been there. And I've always loved the big pop records, especially some of the Max Martin stuff, like we said before. But like, I love like, I just love big records. I love big hooks. And so I'm appreciative that you hear that in my songs and my art, and that means a lot to me. So thank you.
Because it's honestly the truth. And the question now is, are any Ferraris coming up after this one?
I have many Ferraris parked in the garage. I just need to finish them. I've actually stumbled upon a few Ferraris probably this past week that I feel pretty strongly about. And so it feels good to be, sparring again in a good spot. I went through a little dry spot of trying to come up with stuff. And I think it was just a little bit of exhaustion and just, racking my brain for stuff. But now I'm getting back into the swing of things and I'm liking what I'm writing. So we'll see what happens. I have a lot of Ferraris planned for the next year. I plan on, I'm saying it here, but I plan on releasing a song every 2 months in this next year. So this is the first one to start it, and I have the next 2 picked out. And then if I beat the next 2, which I could, and I have other records afterwards, then I'll put those out even quicker and expedite the process. But yeah, man, I'm excited. This year's going to be good. I think there's going to be some changes this year. I think some stuff's really going to come to light, and I'm looking forward to it, man.
And we're looking forward to as well to hear more brand new music during this 2022. Alex, as always, it has been a pleasure to talk to you, man.
Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Hi, I'm Alex Angelo, and this is my brand new single, 4-Letter Words, on the B Nation podcast.
Listen, I don't know what I'm about to do, but baby, I admit it. I've been fiending for the things we do. Why am I so into you? Maybe it's the way you shake that ass, or maybe it's the way you say my name. Anything you give, I give it back, even if it's just for tonight. Let's play a game of he said, she said, your place, my bed, flirting with these 4-letter words. If we need another weekend, we can dive in deep in, flirting with these 4-letter words. So are we falling in love, or do we just wanna fuck? Because I can't really tell anymore. But let's play a game of he said, she said, your place, my bed, flirting with these 4-letter words. Baby, you're on fire. Give me more, cause I can handle it, and feed into desire. You can't hurt me just a little bit. Kiss me, don't you ever quit. Maybe it's the way you shake that ass, or maybe it's the way you say my name. Anything you give, I give it back, even if it's just for tonight. Let's play a game of he said, she said, your place, my bed, flirting with these 4-letter words. If we need another weekend, we can dive in deep in, flirting with these 4-letter words. So are we falling in love, or do we just wanna fuck? Because I can't really tell anymore. But let's play a game of he said, she said, your place, my bed, flirting with these 4-letter words, 4-letter words. Flirting with the 4-letter words. Flirting with the 4-letter word, 4-letter word, 4-letter word, letter word, 4-letter word, 4-letter word, 4-letter word. So are we falling in love, or do we just want love? Flirting with the 4-letter word, 4-letter word. Let's play a game. He said, she said, your place, my bed, flirting with this 4-letter word. If we need another weekend, we can dive in deep in, flirting with these 4-letter words. So are we falling in love, or do we just wanna fuck? Because I can't really tell anymore. But let's play a game of he said, she said, your place, my bed, flirting with these 4-letter words, 4-letter words.
It's always a pleasure to speak to Alex Angelo because he's super talented, he loves music, and his brand new single that is called 4-Letter Words is available now. And it's an amazing song, and I love his music. Alex Angelo was on this episode here on the B Nation podcast, and now from a friend, we are going to another friend because Tyler James Bellinger, he just released a brand new song. A lot of brand new music from Tyler James Bellinger recently, which is great, fantastic. We play And Love You. we play his Christmas EP, and now he is presenting this track that is called I'm Back. There we go. Tyler James Bellinger is back with I'm Back.
Guess what, I'm back. Lost all my money, bounced all my change. Stayed in bed for a month too long, ain't had much say. Not one of my friends called, didn't think they would. Guess it's true what they say, when you're down on your luck, they kick you good. When you can't get too much lower, your face against the ground. When you hit rock bottom, it's a real good chance to bounce. Guess what, I'm back, oh, don't you know, I just got to say hello to you. I don't need you. Guess what, I'm back, oh, nice to know, I can do it on my own, it's true. I don't need you. Guess what, I'm back. La-da-da-dee-da, la-da-da-dee-da. Guess what, I'm back. La-da-da-dee-da, la-da-da-dee-da. Guess what, I'm back. I did my laundry, even washed my sheets. Funny how the little things can get you back up on your feet. You had me knocked out, foot on my heart. Made me think that you fell in love, but you used me for parts. When you can't get too much lower, your face against the ground. Remember what I told you, it's a real good chance to bounce. Guess what, I'm back, oh, don't you know, I just got to say hello to you. I don't need you. Guess what, I'm back, oh, nice to know, I can do it on my own, it's true. I don't need you. Guess what, I'm back. La-da-da-dee-da, la-da-da-dee-da. Guess what, I'm back. La-da-da-dee-da, la-da-da-dee-da. Guess what, I'm back. I'm back, back, back. I'm back on track. I'm back, back, back. Guess what, I'm back. When you can't get too much lower, your face against the ground. Remember what I told you. Remember what I told you. Guess what, I'm back. La-da-da-dee-da, la-la-la-la-la-la. Guess what, I'm back. La-da-da-dee-da, la-da-da-dee-da. Guess what, I'm back. La-da-da-dee-da. Guess what, I'm back. La-da-da-dee-da.
Tyler James Bellinger, a brand new single, brand new music with I'm Back that we play for the first time here on this episode of the B Nation podcast. It's time to go, but first with a surprise because Danielle Jurey is back, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, Danielle Jurey that we discovered last year here on the show with Burning. She is back and she's doing an amazing cover of one of the classics from Amy Winehouse. This song that is a classic and it's called Back to Black.
Hey, left no time to regret. Kept his lips wet with his safe bet. And me in my head high, and my tears dry. Get on without my guy. And you went back to what you knew, so far removed from all that we went through. We only said goodbye with words. I died 100 times. You go back to her, and I'll go back to her, and I go back to her. Yes, I love you much, and it's not enough that you love blow and I love her. Hey, life is like a pie, and I'm a tiny penny rolling up the walls in
voice. What a voice, guys. She did a fantastic cover of this classic from Amy Winehouse that is called Back to Black. And Danielle Jure is back with her brand new single. Let me tell you something, guys, that she might be on the show very, very soon. But I cannot tell you when yet. But she's gonna be with us very, very, very soon. Danielle Jure, and this song, that it was the last song of this episode here on the B Nation podcast. Right, I cannot believe that I'm saying that this is the end of the episode of the B Nation podcast. I'm so happy to be back after the Christmas holidays with this first episode of 2022. I just want to say, first of all, thank you so much to all the messages that I have asking about my health, asking about myself. I really appreciate that a lot. I am better. I feel stronger than ever. And I just want to say thank you so much as well to Tom Featherstone, because he basically allowed me to have some extra time. As you probably guys figured it out, we are not doing backstage at the moment, but we are going to come back very soon. With Tom Featherstone and backstage. I have a little announcement for you guys. We started to mention a few details about season 7 of the B Nation podcast and the episode 100. Forget about everything what we said before, because the final decision about season 7 and the episode 100, it will be revealed on next week's episode. And you guys will be shocked. There is a reason for everything, remember. So right, that's it. This is the end of episode 13, that it was called 2022 The Growth. Thank you so much to our guests, Gia Lily and Alex Angelo, for coming to the show. Join us next week where Jada Barnes and Navel are gonna be on the show, and much more surprises. My name is Miguel, Laura's in the production of the show, and I just wanna say thank you so much for listening. Join us next Friday with episode 14. Stay safe, have a good weekend, have a good week. All the best. Ciao, ciao.